Hello and welcome back to the Obviously Complicated podcast. I am, as always, your host, Dave Borowski, and joining us today as our first guest since we've revamped the podcast is Caleb Barge.
Welcome.
Caleb, where can people find you?
People can find me on social media, I guess. Caleb A. Barge on Instagram, all that shit. And in the streets, maybe.
And as always, our co-host, Stevie Schaefer.
Yep, that's me.
I like how I
Find me
Sorry, go ahead.
Made for Stevie movie on Instagram.
I like how when you introduced me, I said welcome.
No, you should.
This is great.
You should.
Welcome.
They should feel welcome.
And as always, you can find me right here on YouTube at Dave Borowski, and also on Instagram at Dave Borowski. So let's get into it. Caleb, we've known each other now for what, like a month, maybe?
I think so, a little less.
About a month, roughly?
Yeah, let's just say a month.
We'll say a month.
Yeah.
And I know I'd seen you around in the scene, but I don't think I'd seen your act until you came through Roscoe's and we like formally introduced ourselves.
Yeah.
And you said that you'd seen me on Kiltony. All right, it's Jurassic Park, it's the craziness. This is a frequent occurrence.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Cat Bubble right within the
He's
first
feeling
minute.
frisky tonight.
Okay. Use that asterisk to fix your typos.
But it was cool. Like we were chatting, we realized that we lived in the same apartment complex.
We do, yeah.
Shout out to this shitty apartment complex that I will not name, because you can't fucking find me. All right, and then we also realized that we were both from the Northeast and been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
This is technically my 13th year. There was a period during COVID where I barely did it, but I think that's kind of I think a lot of people understand that.
Goes for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I was in New York City and I was struggling financially, and I wasn't, even though a lot of stuff was closed, but like, I think there was still a little bit of like, say $5 for some of those open. I'm like, first of all, I can't afford that. But also, even before the pandemic, I started struggling financially. So I took, like, even before COVID happened, I stopped the break because I just couldn't afford. I was struggling that much financially to even go to open mic with $5 a thing. And I was like, I need all the money for food and the internet. I'm not supposed to jerk off. Yeah? This is back when I was jerking off. Wow.
What?
You need the internet. Sorry, besides jerking off. You need to throw it there.
Yeah. So you don't jerk off? What's going on?
I do. I have been kind of recently a little bit more because I've been drinking a lot more. But I usually try to do it only once a week. I feel better when
You save it up?
Yeah. Well, it's a much better orgasm. It's faster.
Yeah.
I don't have to waste time being like, what am I gonna look up today? It's like, oh, random thing I thought was good. And then also it's just like I feel better. I don't know what it is.
Interesting. I used to live with a guy who swore by like the no porn, no masturbation, like no nut for like months. He would do it.
I'm starting to get porn is just not the same. It's just not exciting anymore. I just don't feel good. I'm as a person, as a human being, I'm like I should be having sex instead of jerking off. So when I'm jerking off, it actually makes me not go out and try to do it. So that's why I don't like it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did not expect to go down this rabbit hole, but let's fucking get after it. I don't know. I you know, and it's we've talked about it on the pod a bunch. You know, I have a lot of traumas that sometimes jerking off for me is like alleviates the like anger and insanity.
Yes, it does.
But you know, like I don't feel like
me clarify. I think I do, it has to be a combination of things. If I'm just not jerking off, and I'm just sitting there, something's wrong, something's weird.
Okay,
That's
that's fair.
I'm gonna stick or something.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a kid. If I'm active and like waking up and going on a walk and like fucking doing some sort of like workout or whatever, then I get endorphins released. I don't need to jerk off. And then it feels better. And then honestly, I'm more, I'm more willing to pursue maybe trying to relate actually. Cause you're
Right,
like,
actually, like, go talk to like a human.
I've heard that, I've heard that before. It's like if you kill your desire, you're just gonna be like, I'm fucking really going out.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, for me at least, that's definitely.
Well, I mean, as the one woman on the podcast, what is your perspective on all of it?
My perspective on this part,
Well, I guess it's
like
biologically
how it is
different.
for me.
Yeah.
So unless I'm like really, really, really depressed or disconnected from my partner, I have a pretty high drive personally. And if I don't have anybody else around to take care of that drive, it sometimes it's just like, like get the poison out.
I
Like,
know you
it
hate
just
that
helps.
term.
I do. I hate it because it's
love
making
that.
it's making something that's beautiful or can be beautiful kind of gross. And I don't think that's necessary. And I think that if people feel like that's necessary, then that's something that you need to find within yourself because that's not gross.
Well, alcohol is technically poison, but it's awesome.
Right.
Right? So get the poison out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, sometimes it's just I get the poison out, and then sometimes it's just like I need like a day to myself to just do that a bunch of times.
Yeah, no, I get that, and, self-love is the thing that we promote on this podcast. But,
All right, Beleza or Love Honey, you guys listening? You want to sponsor? All right.
Sponsor my.
No, it's an interesting thing, and it's a weird thing. I've taken large times off of watching pornography, and I don't always masturbate with pornography, but when I do, it's very much like I know what I want, I know what I'm looking for, and it's just getting the juices flowing. And then a lot of times, I won't even when I'm getting there, I won't even watch the video. I'll shut it off and be like, no, just recall memory or use my imagination.
I feel so much better when I do it. Okay, how do you feel about this? Is it a compliment to tell a lady that you've been friends with for a long time that you helped me get off porn?
I think so. I don't know how. That's probably a better question.
It depends on the nature of the relationship. I would say if it's something with flirtatious undertones, or for instance, if he tells me something like that, I think it's
of course
so hot.
Yeah.
But it depends on the nature of the relationship. If it's somebody who's you have that kind of rapport with.
Sort of. We have sort of a sexual thing, yeah. We never hooked up before.
So I would tease it out then.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be don't put all your cards on the table. You don't have to. She probably doesn't even want you to.
I probably wouldn't say it.
But you might yeah.
I think
it is a but you never know.
But compliments
how it's going to be taken in a sort of sounds like kind of maybe a little bit complex relationship like that.
Yeah, no, I don't want to date her. What are you talking about?
I don't know, man.
I'm just saying, I don't, I think it's, well, I mean, guys are obviously different, but if a girl was that'd be very strange if a girl came up, you helped me get off this porn, but what? Give you a link to go to, read something? No, you're a fucking body, dude. I'd be you're full, you're crazy.
Well, alright, so, just swerve for a second. So you've been doing comedy for 13 years. A couple of those years weren't super strong. I have the same experience. When in doing comedy did you be like, oh, this is what I want to do?
Good question. When I was, definitely when I was 25, because, alright, when I was 19 years old, I remember sitting at my computer and I was drinking a beer, and I went, I have no experience in anything. I dropped out of school. I don't want to do anything. And I was like, I'm gonna work in a restaurant for my entire life. And I started drinking, like heavily, since that day. But then I found comedy, and I still drink heavily. But I found comedy at 25, it gave me hope, dude. Like, I was just like, this is what I want to do. I don't want to work in restaurants. I fucking hate working in restaurants. And I got out, thank God. But like, comedy was like the thing that I was like, this will save me. It's also fucking enjoyable. I enjoy doing it. And I think one of the first people I saw was, my friend showed me Louis C.K.'s Chewed Up. Chewed Up was great, but it didn't make me want to do comedy. When I saw Bill Burr for the first time, I was like,
I can do that.
I want to do that, because he was talking about like people with anger problems, and I was just like, he was very just, because I grew up in a college town, and all these college kids would be telling me.
Where'd you grow up?
New Paltz.
New York.
New Paltz, New York, yeah. They like learn their stuff in college and come tell me things. I'm like, I don't really fucking agree with. And he was more like a blue collar, working man view. So I kind of agree with him the most. But still, I love Louis C.K. to this day. Like, I get excited whenever he has a special coming out. But I think it was definitely Bill Burr that did it, and then Doug Stanhope as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like in your mid-20s, like trying to find like your sort of direction, like.
I think I was 22, 25 I started comedy, but I think I was like 22 or 23, I was like, I want to do this. So I was watching guys on Comedy Central, and I was like, you know.
So what took you, like the time between, what was happening in your head then, or your life then, in between when you were like, I want to do this, and when you actually started doing it?
Probably just not able to actually do it, because there's no comedy in New Paltz. It was all bands and shit. Sublime, cover band, you know. But also maybe fear of leaving my hometown. And honestly, I talked about it, and all my friends were like, don't leave, dude. Don't leave. And I was like, these aren't really the best people to talk to about it.
Yeah.
Don't leave this horrible dog shit place.
Yeah.
Pursue your dream, because you were just like, hey man, they were like, you can go down to the city and just do it sometimes. And I was like, I don't know.
Not gonna cut it.
Yeah, I don't think it's really. I only lived an hour and a half north of New York City, so it was there. But it was also this, a terrifying thing to leave your friends. I like friends. I think most people do, but I don't like I like being alone, but I like fucking being like, fucking, what a David Steve doing.
Yeah.
2 seconds away, you know?
Yeah, no, which is great too, man. You know, I have that balancing act. You actually think that I'm more introverted than I think. Why?
Yeah. Because one of the, and I mean, you know, it's all made up shit. Everyone is a scale of things. Everyone is a compilation of their experiences and whatever, like, cells are bouncing around in their body. But we like to categorize things, and one of the categorizations that we use is that. And one of the criteria of extrovert, introvert is like, where do you get recharged from? And you very much get recharged from being by yourself. You do a good job at being around people. You're very gregarious. You are, for the most part, more outgoing than me. but your recharge is like hard by myself. Like, I need to be by myself,
Yeah.
and that is one of the, like, defining characteristics of an introvert. So I'm not trying to, like, tell you what you are.
No,
I think you should be whatever you are. I consider myself an ambivert, which is in between introvert, extrovert.
Yeah,
Sometimes me
are,
personally, I recharge by being by myself. Sometimes I recharge by being with somebody that I'm close to.
Mm-hmm.
And every once in a while, I recharge by being in like a big fucking weird place where I don't know anybody or whatever. But it's very rare.
I was always more like that growing up, but I think that it was masking trauma and masking like how much of like I was addicted to like escapism. Because I think I was more addicted to like being able to shut my brain off and shut my emotions and trauma off and escape into an experience than I ever really was to like drugs or crime or anything.
Yeah.
I think I was more addicted to the idea of like oh well none of this like stuff matters, like I can just go escape into this experience and live in the moment. And that's an interesting thing to talk about is do you find yourself to be like a now person or like a dweller on the past or like a worrying about the future person?
Fucking all of them.
I think that's a well-rounded answer.
All of them. Yeah. Well, the future shit is like what I'm trying to, you know, here's my thing. If I finally make it in comedy and I finally start getting money and then I get fucking cancer, I'll fucking kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm fucking mad, dude. Like, I finally made it. It's just the universe or the world or life being like, whatever, dude. But it's like, here's my thing. It's like, you can get cancer. I don't know where you get it from, but I've been reading a lot about like the stuff you put in your body.
Red dye 40.
Yeah, the red, it's food coloring stuff. It is. It's fucking
sorry.
good. No, it's true. It's like, that's really bad. So, what did I say to you the one night I met you? I was like, I eat healthy so I can drink constantly. Yeah. Basically, I want to like have fun, and I don't really miss, like, I get it when you're like super hungover or you're like high and you're like, I want to eat super bad, terrible food. I get it once in a while, but like, eat healthy. I feel so much better when I eat healthy constantly. Like, at my house, I keep healthy food in my house, and I go out into the world and like, this is bad, you know? You know? So then, basically, yeah, I care about the future. Now, I'm kind of not caring as much as stuff now. It's actually being more beneficial as well, because I used to care a lot about that stuff, and it would just backfire, and I'd be like, why? Like, okay, caring if somebody likes you, or if you're gonna, they think you're funny, or like that. I've noticed, like, in this scene, I don't know what it is about awesome comedy, but I don't give a fuck this time. I care a little bit, in the beginning I did, but like, in New York I cared way more. Maybe that's why wasn't that successful, but here I'm just like, whatever, I'm gonna be myself, I don't really give a shit. Also makes it 38, compared to when I'm hanging out with like fucking people in their 20s, I don't know. But it's been more beneficial actually, being myself, not caring. Past, it only really affects me when I'm hungover, like really hungover. I'm just thinking,
you're like, what the fuck did I do?
Like, remember when that time that I picked that gun out and I pointed at somebody? It wasn't loaded, but still, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have been mean.
But it's like when you're hungover that like sort of thing comes back up in you.
Yeah, when I'm taking a food for something. It's like, why did I do that? Like, why did I do all these stupid things? It's like you can't dwell on the past, really. So I guess future, I think, is most important. Bye.
Yeah, playing food. So, I have this thing that is the way that I try to, think about it. Place myself if I'm having trouble in any of those three categories of time that are also arbitrary. Sorry to say, but it's fine. Learn from the past, enjoy the present, plan for the future.
That's a really good, way to look at it. I try to, learn or reflect from the past, and, there's like a scale of things, I'm trying to remember exactly what it's called, I think it's called like being in flow, sort of like a, like life hacking, semi-spiritual kind of, thing. That, it's, oh, there he goes, there's gonna be Jurassic Park for the pod again. Is that like, people that are unhappy in the present, but have goals for the future, are miserable. They're like, oh, I gotta get to this place where I will be happy then, because I'm not happy right now.
I think that's a full thing.
And then there's people that don't have goals for the future and are unhappy right now, and that's like suicidal level shit, I've been there.
I've been there too.
And then there's people that are happy right now, like they're having a good time, but they have no real goals for the future, and that's what they call the current reality trap, which is also terrifying.
It is dumb.
I think the way to strive to be, at least, no one's perfect, no one's ever there all the time, is the idea of like figuring out how to be happy right now where you are, and also have giant goals.
Absolutely.
And that drives you forward, and that when you really click into it, you can find a way to kind of always activate it. Like it sort of pulls you to those goals, and makes them accomplishable.
Dude, I've been thinking about this recently. Never give up on your dream. Because, let's say some people do give up on their dreams, right? The thing is, your dreams will change. Like eventually, I'm gonna get so old, my dream will be to not live in a nursing home.
Yeah.
So don't ever give up on your dreams. Ever.
I think
Like your dreams
to
change.
be flexible though.
Yeah, your dreams change.
I think that's nice.
Like there's some people who give up and they're like eating Cheetos and they're like, I'm gonna die on the couch watching fucking Friday the Friday in a trailer park. It's like you definitely gave up on. You can, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, there's people that like they get. Yeah, I had a couple of things. Okay, so first of all, I want to say that like there's people who get their dreams, and then it's like, oh, okay, well now what? And the thing is, if you have too rigid of a mindset, then like about your accomplishments or the way you're supposed to feel or what your life is supposed to look like, then it doesn't even sometimes necessarily matter if you get those goals, because then what? Now what? Now what do you do? Or like, what if it didn't happen exactly right? I would much rather be flexible and like malleable in figuring out what I'd like my thinking, what I'd like my reality to be like, rather than like, oh, if I just
Are you saying
barrel down and then like you get there and then what?
Are you saying like a Kurt Cobain type of thing where he got his dream too fast, so he killed himself?
I mean, maybe, but like, I mean, not always like that, but yeah, kind of.
I kind of think he was murdered, but
Okay, so my other thing.
That's fair too, yeah.
A whole rabbit hole to go
But
down, so
he started getting so depressed that he was like, because Doug Stanhope said, he goes, I'll never say I died too young. It's like I fucked all the holes, I did all the drugs. That's really the American dream. What left after that?
I think there's cooler stuff to do in life.
I want to be a crazy old person.
Me too.
I agree with you.
That's the thing that we bonded over.
You want to be like an old guy that can walk around and flip people the bird and like tidy whities and fucking like shit his pants in public and just be like, you guys have to fucking deal with this shit now.
They'll put you, dude, it's in the point where they'll put you away. Especially how fast it is.
Well,
not if you have enough money.
Or a good
True.
family.
So you gotta be like,
You have to
gotta be
succeed
really
and then you
nice.
can be a real
secret
crazy
of life
person.
is to have money.
And be really, be nice to your younger family.
Yeah.
So that they won't put you in a home, they'll wanna figure out something else.
I'm, fuck dude, I gotta, like,
Let's talk about that for a little bit.
No,
Talk to me
wait,
about your
hold on, I
meditation.
have one more.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Just really quick. You were talking about like being happy and like the goal is to be happy. I think that happiness is a transient state. It's like being sad, and you should strive rather than for happiness, for fulfillment and contentment, because those are things that you can build upon. Happiness is just like, oh, I feel happy today, or this thing made me feel happy. You can't live in a state of perpetual happiness.
Contentment, I think, is maybe more what I'm trying to say by
Yeah.
being happy in the moment.
Sorry,
Like, being content in this moment.
I wanted to clarify the language on that because
No, I appreciate
I think
that.
it's important.
I appreciate that, because it is
Everybody's
important.
like, oh, just be happy all the time. It's not sustainable.
Well,
You
that's
can't.
impossible.
But you can be content, you can be fulfilled, you can be like, all that kind of stuff. That's not nearly as transient and ephemeral as happiness is an emotion.
Right, like, I am
Contentment is like
fully
a state.
enraptured and content with this current moment, because
Yeah.
it's exactly where I should be, with the people that I should be in it with. And like, that's not, there is no real mistakes, there's only like, what is the response of what I'm putting into this.
Every person in the public eye who's fucking happy all the time is on drugs. Let's just be honest, dude. They always are on drugs, dude. Do you fucking talk like fucking
Prescribed
Paula
or not,
Abdul,
yeah.
like, this music's great. No, she's on fucking pills and shit. Like, they're all fucking on. You think Drew Carey's not fucking doing some sort of thing where he's doing the Price is Right? He's probably taking something.
The price is
But the thing is, Drew
plummeting.
Carey, yeah, but Drew Carey's, whatever. I think he's doing fine.
No, I think whatever.
Yeah.
I just,
Okay.
he looks great.
So tell us about your vasectomy.
What do you wanna know about?
I don't know, he was the one who wanted to ask you about it.
Alright,
We were
I
talking
know
about
how
it a
the
little bit
vasectomy
before we
is done,
started
you
the
don't
pod,
have to
and I
tell me
think
the date.
so,
I think it's fine.
I've wanted one since I was 24, and I was 36 when I got it, I think. Vasectomies are very expensive in the United States of America. The land of the free, all of the brave.
Almost as free for you.
Yeah, also, I was just, you know what's fucked up though? Like, I got my vasectomy right when Roe v. Wade happened, and everybody's like, you're gonna get so much pussy. I was like, that's not why I did it. I did it for me. Fucking liberal chicks in Chicago fucking love me. Anyway, I was there one night, she was like, you're vasectomy? And I was like, yeah, alright, I guess this is benefit me, I guess. You know, but anyway, here's the real story. So, I went down to Costa Rica, and I just did some research, and it was a very common thing, because abortion there,
Tourism.
abortion is illegal there, so vasectomies are a very common thing, because they have their kids and they don't want more, so they get it. And so, I thought it was gonna be like maybe $500, something like that, and they were like, $2, that's that, $250, and I was like, fuck yeah, and then, so here's an interesting thing, so, okay. We were going to, so this girl I was dating, she helped me out, she spoke fluent English, and she was Tika, she was Costa Rican, they call it Costa Rican, Ticos and Tika, and she was Tika, and she was fucking beautiful, and we just hit it off immediately, very funny, she was very dark humor, she thought I was funny, so she helped me a lot, doing everything, and basically, she set up she was going to America for a week, and I was heading back to the United States, so I had to go back to work. So basically, she was like, I really want to have sex at a time, I don't know why, well, of course you know why.
Yeah, 'cause everybody does.
Yeah, everybody does. So basically, we were trying to time it out that, like, if I did my vasectomy, then by the time she got back from her job in America, I'd be ready to go, you know? So, but the thing is, you have to masturbate at least 20 times before it's tested out. So you have 20 orgasms, right?
Oh, dude.
So,
I know this part.
so basically,
Yeah, it's the real
so
thing.
this is the timing, this is the math we're doing.
Yeah, like, wait a week, right?
Vasectomy, I get it, she goes away for a week. Maybe, no, I think it was a week. And then I have to, before she gets back, I don't remember the timing, but basically I have to have 20 orgasms before she comes back. And for some reason I only had a week. I don't know if you've ever tried to jerk off 20 times a week. It is not as easy as it sounds.
When I was a teenager, I got 14 in one day.
I think my first day it was like 10, and then because it was like 2 weeks. Yes, I think she was still with me for a little bit. Well, she lives far away, so I was not seeing her every day, you know. So it was basically like a week of just me being like, oh, my balls hurt. Like they swelled up, like icon and shit. So like, and then I went and got wisdom teeth pulled a few days later.
Oh, you got all your
So I was like swollen up here. Yeah. I was swollen up here and my balls. I was walking around, and then the fucking guy. I was staying on this property where it was just a family, and one of them definitely had Down syndrome because he watched Star Wars every day, like every day. I think he was definitely retarded. I'm not saying he was like every day he watched Star Wars because I heard him, and he would just go, "Hey," I'm like, I can tell it's not. That's Spanish with something else. You know, we're like, hey, that's fucking good. You know,
It's the rice and beans with the side of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He was just
Well,
like,
of course,
I can tell he had something wrong, like mentally, and he watched Star Wars every day.
I don't know if it's wrong. They're the happiest people.
No, I know. I know what you're saying.
Might be something right with him. Might be the conspiracy man.
No, he would laugh hard. So anyway, okay. So I was just like swollen balls, swollen mouth, just sitting in my working from home, and just like hearing Star Wars every day, in so much pain. And then she was like, "You better fucking." I was like, "All right." So I had to. I think the first day was 12 times, and then I just kind of started getting rough. I only made it 16 good. And so then I went to the place to get my shit tested. She was like, She was very bossy, but I liked it. only for that. I didn't like when she was bossy other times. Like, you should do this, and I was like, stop it. She'd be like, you better fucking come. Fucking fuck out of condom. Fuck you. So I remember it was a week later, and I brought my semen to the place. She was like, the fucking girl called the doctor, and basically, my little bit of Spanish, I could tell she was being like, yeah, the guy's here already. Testing out his sperm, and they both started laughing on the phone. I could tell the doctor was laughing. She was laughing. Because usually it takes 2 weeks or 3 weeks for people to do that. I was literally just like constantly. And she was laughing. She was like, okay, we're going to test it. And then they called back and they were like, you tested negative for any sperm, but it's too fucking soon to tell. So you should get tested again. I haven't gotten tested since. I should. But I was negative. Basically, you just they said like you just jerked off and you have no more sperm left. That's basically what they were saying.
Yeah.
Like not even like you haven't detected it. They're like you jerked off too much in a short period of time that you have no sperm left. That's why we can't tell if it actually works. You jerked off too fast. Yeah. They were like
you pumped out all your swimmers.
Yeah, and
even if you didn't have a vasectomy, probably.
The ones that are left are like.
And just like
the smoke just blowing out your dick.
Just the girl talking on the phone to the doctor, because I know the doctor was funny because he actually told me. I actually talked about this in Kiltony. He told me he was funny. He came in and he was like, first of all, okay, so let's backtrack. I go in and the nurse is beautiful. Beautiful. I just think Latin women are very gorgeous. All right.
Yeah.
And she's exceptionally beautiful. And she speaks English, and she was washing my balls, and thank God it wasn't awkward. We were actually having a conversation. We were talking about Valentine's Day, how this is so funny. It's Valentine's Day, and she was like, I didn't notice that. Holy shit, it's funny. The doctor comes in, and he just looks at me and goes, no, I don't believe it, you know? And then he says something, and she laughs. She goes, he wants me to tell you that after the surgery, you're now like the sugar that doesn't make women fat. And I was like, it's a pretty good joke for a doctor. He's basically saying my cum's like monk food extract or
stevia.
Or like, yeah, stevia, blended and shit, you know? doctors, you just like, oh, funny guy. When doctors are funny, it's like the best. It's very rare.
I feel like it's really good. I feel like that should be like an elective course in med school.
To be funny.
To have like, not necessarily to be,
Yeah.
to have like a rapport, like to have some kind of charisma. Because you're going to be doing awkward, uncomfortable, sometimes tragic things. You should be able to interact with people. And I have had doctors that could not do that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I wish
Especially
that you were less awkward than me right now as the person who you're like jabbing and poking and
I
stuff.
fucking agree with you. Because one time I was in New York, I was about to get a fucking,
root canal?
Yeah. And this fucking guy came in and he was basically just being like, yeah, this is gonna be terrible, like right in front of me. The fucking nurse assistant, dental assistant would be like, dude, you're gonna be able to do it, right? And I was like, yeah, have some I was giving the dentist confidence. I was like, dude, I think you can do it, dude.
Oh my god.
I shouldn't have to fucking do that. he was a Jewish guy, so it was very funny. He's like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, you're
you got this, please, God, you got this.
Like, take your yarmulke off, stop sweating, and just fucking do it, dude.
This just reminds me of the Whitest Kid You Know sketch where like they're like, oh, I gotta go tell this kid that they have AIDS.
Oh, I really like that.
In front of his parents and everything. Like, I don't want to do that. And they're like, oh, get Dr. Trevor to do it. You know, he doesn't give a shit, dude. He can give a fuck. He's like, oh, yeah, this guy's having trouble. You know, have to go tell this kid he's got AIDS. And he's like, oh, I got it. He's like, well, shouldn't we like soften the blow? And he's like, ah, okay. Walks in and goes, yeah, I ate, kid, here's a mint.
Yeah, dude, like it's
still better. I don't know.
Yeah, it must
I've
be.
had bad dentists. I'm scared to go to the dentist because I've had my last two dental experiences were like real bad. And they were like, well, so the first one, the dentist was drilling a cavity and he didn't numb my tooth enough and it hurt. It hurt really bad. It felt like I could feel like all of the nerves in my body, which is like I was trying to be still, but it was like jangly and like, you know, yeah, it's like zap. And but I didn't want to be a bitch, and I had a hand in my mouth, so what am I supposed to do anyway? And I started just like leaving.
Yeah.
I was just, and he was really awkward about it. He kept going, didn't say anything, would not make eye contact with me, and then finished. Which is kind of like why I don't like one night stands.
I mean, they're like, were you like literally being like, dude, it fucking hurts, and you just like, they started
I had hands in my mouth.
Yeah, but okay, so I just think, I think we've both been committed.
I got him.
Yeah, you got him good. You got him good.
I'm crying, but I don't say anything because I don't want to be a bitch. You know, just let him finish.
Well, that's your new comedy joke right there.
I can really,
It's gonna take you a while. No, you can actually do it. Then you talk about dentists and people. It's gonna be a curved motherfucking ball.
Oh,
they're gonna be like, oh, they're doing a fucking dentist joke, and you're like, that's why I don't like women. They're gonna be like,
oh shit.
You gotta remember that one.
I must document it.
I have to fucking pee for that joke.
Can we do a pause break?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're actually 35 minutes in. All right.
Hiatus.
All right. This is the first break. We'll be back. Oh no, it was
We're back.
We're back. But
We haven't been drinking or anything.
no, that's crazy. We are all Mormon. So
More than drunk.
they can all be gems, man. That's all right.
Shine like a diamond.
God damn it. Well, here. Cheers to first guest on the Revive revised version of the podcast. Cheers.
Revive.
Revision.
Name of Dave. What's the name of Dave's book, by the way?
Dave's book. Yeah, I've made videos about it, and talked about it on the pod before. I still haven't gotten it to a publisher or anything. Do you guys think I should?
Yes.
Yeah. I actually was on the phone and I read the first two paragraphs to my mom and I was like, pretty good. But like the other part is not that great. The first
Have
two,
you read it yet?
I'm reading it. I'm so bad at reading it.
Are you dyslexic or what?
Probably ADD.
Dude, maybe I have a fucking problem with reading. No, the thing is, I read your book a long time, right? And then I went, I don't fucking remember, and I just read it, and I had to go back.
Sure. Or maybe ADD.
I just think, reading has never been a thing of mine. I'm like, I don't like the phone, dude. I don't like the phone. It's gotta be a book, so I asked you permission, can I print it out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you said yes. So I think I'm gonna do that. And then,
Can you print 2 copies and give me one? Because I got a red pen. No, it's my nail.
she's DJing the couch.
I would have hit it if I farted. You guys, long-time fans know.
You can't fucking wait to hear Stevie fart. You're like,
No, it's for the Patreon.
Yeah,
Not
so,
maybe. Oh, I think he knows.
you were, you started in New York.
yes.
Where else have you done comedy? Other than New York and Austin?
New Jersey.
Did you do
No, I can't.
We should,
There is comedy club.
we need to learn more Spanish.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to learn more. American
I honestly-
Spanish. If we know Spanish good enough.
You guys could.
I honestly think that I would kill down there. Like, I would actually probably get pretty popular. Because there's no fucking white people doing stand-up comedy. Like, trying, like, there's no point of it. It's not like a big, like, celebrity thing. Like, they watch a lot of movies, and, you know, they, America, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, but I guarantee if I fucking could learn some sort of Spanish, there's like, I think there's 2 or 3 comedy clubs in the whole country. Because they don't have it in small fucking towns, they just have it in San Jose, the main city of, yeah. So anyway,
You could get the.
what's the question again? Oh, where else have I done it? Sorry.
Yeah.
I did a New Jersey one.
I've
And
done
then
it
I did it,
a couple
I
times.
did it in California.
I've never been to Cali.
There was a festival I went to called Palm Springs Comedy Festival. And it sucked. It was horrible. Hopefully they improved it. But I was the 15th person to go on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And, they were like, there's a $1,000 prize if you win. And I really wanted that money. And they said, you can't do your A material though. Like that was in the video. And I was like, what? That was gonna win me money, dude. And then, they're like, yeah, don't do that. I was like, alright. And then I fucking did my joke, and it didn't go over well, and I remember halfway through the thing, I said, fuck it. Here's an interesting story. As I was flying over there, I was microdosing mushrooms. I just started. I just started microdosing mushrooms, and I sat down, guess who sat down right in front of me, fucking Dante Nero.
Oh, you told me this story, yeah.
Yeah, Dante Nero.
You were microdosing mushrooms, you were like, that can't be.
And I was like, what's up, man? I had the courage to finally like, this is probably why I'm not a successful comedy, because I'm very shy, to the point where it's bad. Like, I just will be like, any guy I like, I'm like, nope, I don't want him to fucking hate me. That's a lack of self-confidence, I guess.
Yeah.
You know? So, I basically was just like, yo, what's up, dude? I'm a huge fan, I shook his hand, and we talked for a little bit, and then we got on the plane, and then he saw me do my set, and I was bombing for the first 2.5 minutes, and then I finally went, fuck it, and I just started doing all my old shit, and I killed for the rest of the time, and they gave me a fucking huge applause break, and then, we took a red eye we took the same flight back to Jesus, and, he saw me in the airport, and he came up to me and said, fucking stuff. So he fucking was like, he did it with cool as fuck.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I talked for him for a while. He had a beautiful fucking girl that was with him. Like, he was just like nervous. He threw out all the weed before he left. And I was like, dude, I fucking snuck that shit. It's like a white guy and like, dude, I fucking just took it. And then he's just like, I'm not gonna like do that. I'm like, but you can though. And I'm like, can he really? But you know what's weird about the fucking security though is like, so I was nervous that I was checking out the weed. Cause I bought 3 fucking cartridges and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. But I bought the girl I was dating at the time, fucking cactus thing, like the succulage.
Succulage? You said it wrong too, succulent. Succulent.
Succulent. Succulent. So a succulent. I bought her a succulent. And they were like, sir, there's something in your bag. And I was like, okay, let me help you. They were like, do not touch it, sir. And I was like, all right. And then they were like, what is this? I was like, fucking plant, dude. And they didn't care about the fucking weed at all. I saw the weed in the X-ray. I was watching it. I was like, they don't care about that. They care about the weird plant. They're like, what are you? I'm like, I want to get pussy. They're like, all right, you can go.
Fair enough.
I got my shit pulled last time I was on a flight back to Austin, and I had shit that was like weird, I guess. I don't know.
Last
So I
time.
had not the last time I had a flight to Austin, but the last time I got like stopped. I was coming.
There.
Yeah. No, I was coming back from Arkansas, and I had a bag, and so I came back with like a couple of rocks. Okay, that's all it was. Not like in a drug way, just like literally like rocks.
Yeah, like rock.
And I was trying to figure out how to cushion them, and so I cushioned them in my dirty clothes, because I didn't think that anybody was gonna look through my shit, and this is like the one time that I've had my shit pulled, and they like made me dig all of my stuff out of my bag, and it's like dirty panties, like sweaty bras, and they're like, what is it in here? I'm like, it's a rock. And they're like, okay, but we gotta check. I'm like, it's a rock. And they're like, okay, thank you very much. I'm like stuffing my nasty, dirty clothes back in the thing, like, okay, thank you so much.
When we had to fly to Philly, because one of my friends killed himself playing Russian roulette like a fucking prick, back in January. We got to the airport. Now, we were like in like a manic fever nonsense situation. But like we were like I have to go home. So we like got the flight. We get to the airport. We have all the stuff packed badly. Missed a bunch of stuff. We get to the airport and we're trying to go through TSA, and they're like, all right, so you give us your tickets and your IDs, and you go right through. And I scanned my ID and we scanned the tickets, and she's like, oh, I left my ID at your apartment.
I hate this.
But I was like,
Me?
Oh, you?
Yeah.
I hate you.
and I was like, our flight leaves in like 40 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Most stressful Uber ride I've ever had in my life.
Oh my God, yes.
And I've had an Uber driver
Oh.
fucking drive me into the middle of the fucking woods and try to move on me. Alright, so this was the most stressful Uber ride I've ever had in my life.
Oh my God. You gotta tell me about that.
Yeah, I know, I should probably win some money. I think I've been seeing ads.
You've never fucking talked about that?
No.
You get sued, dude.
Yeah.
If you're like cool, you're like, fuck it, I'll just write it out. Fuck it.
I could use the money.
Anyway, hold on a second. Why the fuck is who played Russian roulette with the guy?
Well,
He was playing it with himself.
yeah, mostly.
Is that like a sort of joke type thing, or is he really?
No, that's really what happened.
He was like, I'm keep clicking until it goes.
No.
If you play by yourself, you're gonna die.
As far as I know, it was one click and one shot, and then no one wanted to play after that because our friend died. And two of my other really close friends, this guy I grew up with.
Oh, you guys no, yeah.
And they were all drinking and hanging out or whatever. Went back to his apartment, which is right down the street from the bar that they were all drinking at, and he was just pulled out a revolver and was like, "Hey, let's play Russian roulette." Loaded the thing in, spun it, and everyone was like, "No."
You're crazy.
And then he grabbed the girl's head that he was dating and put it next to his head and
See that?
sorry, Dallas, we have to talk to you later. We're doing a pod. No, but he killed himself.
She didn't die.
Bullet went through his head into her head, but didn't kill her. She just had to get surgery done immediately.
She injured now?
She's okay.
Like damage to the brain or not?
Not badly.
What
a piece of shit, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to say this this time, but.
Well, no, he's my friend, so I can say it. What a cocksucker. Yeah, it's so fucked up. I mean, just go to fucking therapy. Don't, try other people.
What's way cooler though? I just think this grabbing the girl's head was lame. But if you're it's between this therapy, I'm down. What's cooler? I know I'm making you mad. I'm going to be saying things eventually as we start becoming more friends. You're going to get mad at me a lot.
Yeah.
Please don't hate me. But what's cooler though? I want to talk about my feelings. Oh shit. We're trying to make light of a fucking mess.
Punch you a little bit though.
Don't do it. Okay, tell me about this. You were in an Uber.
Oh,
the guy
yeah.
tried to smooch you in the woods?
Yeah, so I was in an Uber, I was drunk.
Your fault. I'm kidding.
I was dressed in a certain kind of way, and my MasterCard numbers, I had really bloody credit card numbers.
It was 69.
Yeah, it was 69.
1, 2, 3. For some reason.
TV code 669. Yeah. So I was. That's not my actual credit card number. You can try. Fucking.
I am. I'm kidding. What
happened? So I had a Uber home, and I was drunk, and I was by myself, and this guy was trying to talk to me. He was supposed to speak in Spanish, and I was like, okay, I can speak in Spanish, so I'll talk to you. I was from the back seat, whatever, conversationally, that's fine. I get to practice my Spanish, that's cool. And he was he started asking me questions about if I was dating anybody, and who I was dating, and what they were like, and how was it going, and then I noticed that he was taking a route that was not the one that it said on my phone, and I was like, hey, where are you going?
Yeah.
And he went on this fucking, way back road, dark. It was, dark.
Yeah.
There's no light, there's nothing. He takes, a country road. And country roads, I usually like, but in this situation, I did not. And, he started being oh, okay, well, come sit with me in the front. I was like, no, I'm okay back here. And he was like, no, come sit with me in the front. I'm fucking drunk, dude. I'm a tiny drunk chick. He was like, come sit in the front seat. And I was finally, what he did was he pulled over and he parked the car. And he wouldn't move it. And he wouldn't move it until I got into the front seat. He wouldn't go. He was like, no, you have to come up here. So I went to the front seat and I was like, okay. And, whatever, goddammit, he made me kiss him on the cheek.
That's not as bad as that.
It could have been worse. It could have been way worse. But it fucking sucks still, man. That sucks.
You don't want to kiss
That sucks, dude.
That's gross. You have weird cheek.
And I think he might have gotten my number. I don't know.
That was it?
I don't know.
That's still scary. But thank God, I thought it was going to get worse.
Can I get some money from that?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
Uber, lawyers, like...
Do you remember the fucking...
Also,
in
the future, if that ever happens, just get out of the car and immediately call the police.
Here's my...
I have this thing that a lot of women have where it's like, if it's not a total crisis situation, it's like, oh, this is probably okay. And if I'm not okay, it's because of something in me that's not okay. And okay, well now okay, at this point, it's not in me, it's external to me. But still somehow I feel like I need to solve it myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been very lucky and had a lot of that kind of shit happen to me.
Wow.
I'm one of the lucky
I'm
ones,
very happy.
honestly. I'm one of the fucking lucky ones, but like, fucking, it's not great. It's not great.
No, that's weird.
Because he wouldn't, like, he literally would not move his fucking car until I came into the front seat.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
He wouldn't. He's in control of his car. He would not move it until I fucking, whatever, I'm not gonna, like, railroad the rest of this podcast on that, but, like, you know, you do what you feel like you need to do.
Dude, that's why, dude.
Get where you need to go to survive.
Do you think he would have been weird as he farted?
I would have farted in his fucking mouth.
See,
I don't give a
I
shit.
think fart is a good fucking defense mechanism, because guys are usually like, oh, girls, you go.
I have a friend.
And they go, shit yourself.
Can I
You don't have to do that.
Can I tell you a cool story?
Okay.
It's actually uplifting.
You're like, I don't kiss you.
I have this friend, and she's beautiful, and
Who's she?
her name is Terry. Her first name is Terry. I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't know if she wants to be exposed. But she's probably like 50 or 60. Like but she's beautiful. She keeps it tight. I don't know if she does yoga or what,
Which
but like
thing are you talking about?
all of it. She's beautiful.
Tight? I like tight.
She's
Tight.
But she traveled in South America, and she had somebody like pick her up, and she was hitchhiking, and this guy picked her up, and got like really scary and weird, and she was like,
yeah, hitchhiking's not good.
She was like, I can't remember what specific. I think she was like, I have gonorrhea, or like I have syphilis, or something like that, and she was just like she just was like. She didn't do it like that. She did it like much sexier. She was like, you can talk to me, but you should just know that I have syphilis. And then she like got herself out of getting like gang raped. Like, she's a fucking smart lady.
Yeah.
But like, people have to deal with that kind of shit, man.
Puker
Reminds me of the movie Split, where the James McAvoy character has got DID, abducts like 3 girls, and then he like tries to take one of them out, and she's like, pee on yourself. Yeah. And she's like peeing on herself, and he like freaks out and throws her back into the room with the other 2 girls, and it's like,
yeah.
that girl knows some shit.
That's
She's
lady
clever.
brain.
That's
That's lady brain.
I dated a girl that was just like, she was, when I was like 18, she was like fucking 17 or 16, she had to get black restaurant. I was like, look, you need to be careful, because guys can fuck rape you. And she's like, what about you? Girls can be, I was like, I pee in front of myself. Like that. No one's gonna fucking rape me. Even if a dude's gonna be like, I do not wanna use this vomit as for lube, this is gross. Like,
What if he was like,
Grossest
he's
segment
that?
of the pod we've ever done.
No. Well, this mostly is the last.
Grossest segment of the pod.
But like also,
Yeah.
pee for that animal is mostly water, so it's not gonna be lube.
No.
So, here's the thing, everybody, don't do what you're thinking about doing. You're talking about it. Be good people.
Yeah, fucking be better.
If someone passes out drunk, don't put stuff in your butt. Like, even if
Or
your
their
friend,
face, or their
or
mouth, or
don't
like,
draw, except when
I mean, maybe draw a little bit.
when I,
If that's the worst thing you do, you can draw a little
when I'm trying to have sex and my cock doesn't work, I draw a penis on his forehead, okay? He should be awake.
All right, how can we get grosser? So politics.
He's looking at my list that I made, because I always make a list, because I always wanted, it doesn't always work out, but I wanted to make you guys have some kind of an experience, you know, kind of a,
So-
experience.
How do you find the climate of comedy in,
Climate change? What? Sorry.
we're not getting into conspiracy theories and things that are obviously
He said
false.
climate, right?
He did say climate.
So
So the climate of comedy.
A climate of comedy, which I've actually
He did
heard,
say climate, right?
you've never heard of it. Climate of comedy, what are you, a fucking gay?
A little bit.
I'm kidding,
I dabble. But like, you know, of like, you know, in the Northeast versus, here in, the South, like, what do you,
Oh, the climate of comedy. Like,
Yeah.
Why
change-
did you know?
change- no, but he explained it better. Like changing, from New York to
yeah,
here.
in the Northeast, you can't say certain words, that you can just say down here, even if it's not a funny joke, and everyone's like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
acceptable.
if they don't think it's funny, they don't get offended, they just don't laugh, right?
Mhm.
Which, in reality, they're probably fucking offended, but they're just like too afraid. I think down here is like, there's such a fucking thing of like, don't be offended, which is good actually, but,
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's good. You should not be offended, but I think a lot of people are probably like offended or something, and they just choose, if they, I think you should act out and be yourself. Like, I'm not gonna like you, but like, be yourself. But also maybe there's some sort of point, like in this scene where it's good, where it's like, you shouldn't be offended, because you should not be offended by jokes, which is a very good thing. But they don't laugh, they just get really quiet, stare at you, and then they go, okay. Like, I'm not saying my jokes are gold, all of them, but some of them, okay, so I'll give you one example. I had a joke about Bill Cosby as being a rapist, he's the nicest one. Because he gave, okay, I'm not gonna go too hard. It's a very offensive joke. He is already going to hate it.
I'm like your canary in the coal mine, Ari.
Like the corn in my poop? What? I really like it.
Canary in the coal mine. You send out a canary into the coal mine because the canary is like, because it's a sissy and dies.
But like,
If the coal mine's not
I
safe.
said my thing and you went, ugh, and he was like, I was like,
Yeah. So like,
I'm the canary in the coal mine. He's a demon.
That's funny. So you're like the canary in the coal mine.
Not a demon.
I'm just kidding.
He's like, I'm done saying this comedy show.
Yeah.
No,
Whatever, you're the
no,
fucking
no.
cockatiel in the
No,
coal mine. I don't know what you want from me.
in New York, I could not do that joke because it was pretty close to the time. Yeah, when it happened. I came and did it down here. It actually was decent. Like, people were like, oh, they were like, okay, they didn't really laugh that much. It was pretty offensive. Comics love it. They really do. I've had comics go, that was fucking awesome. Like, I literally had multiple comments for that fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But regular people just go, they laugh a little bit, and then they go, okay, and then they just go on to the next thing. So,
In New York, you're getting heckled and these bombs now.
yeah, and also just, it's better down here for PC stuff, it really is. But also, I come down here and I do stuff that I think will kill, and it fucking doesn't. It's weird.
It's interesting.
Yeah, like, making fun of Sublime.
Yeah, fuck that. Sorry. I
Terribly
might
overrated.
be giving you a little bit of a insight.
But the thing is, like, they don't understand why I hate it, because there's no hippie towns in Texas from what I.
You're in one.
No,
This is,
no.
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I am from here. This is,
You're from Austin, Texas.
well,
Also, this is not a hippie
I'm
city.
from 20 minutes west of here.
This is, I'm talking about, city hippies are different than fucking, like,
But this was a hippie city. It's not
yes,
a city
but
hippie.
still,
This is a hippie city. It got
Still.
fucked up.
still,
I'm just saying,
it once
Sublime
was,
is okay.
it once was a hippie city.
Yeah.
Before probably Sublime and Father.
Well, yeah, but since then, before the tech company.
Yeah, so I'm saying, I'm saying, that there are, like in different parts of the country, definitely in the Northeast, there are fucking hippie fucking towns that are, even in like the East Coast, where they're just like, this is like a hippie fucking, I think it's mostly like Northeast. Maybe that's how
Okay, I wanna
maybe
hear
that's
the
how
rest of what you gotta say.
maybe that's how I
I
think.
kind of agree with you, but also I've been to other places.
Yeah, so exactly. Basically, I think here when I describe it, I'm like, I'm from a white collar city town, so I hate Sublime. It doesn't get a laugh like it is in New York. New York would immediately start laughing.
Well, because here, the people that like Sublime, it's a mixture between like the college kids, the hippie kids, like the people that like Sublime are like maybe more mixed.
So,
Probably not.
so from what I've noticed, I say that comics laugh at it like that, it just means it's gonna do kind of well. But then like, they go, that's a hot take, it's interesting, but they still go, bro, you don't like fucking Sublime, dude? And I'm like, I don't care.
Who fucking like Sublime?
A lot of
Is it time for
white
another
people.
respite?
A lot of white people.
No, we're not nearly at the time for a break yet.
But the thing is, in New York, they know.
That Sublime sucks?
Well, no,
Yeah.
yeah, but also they know that like it's a very, also because I think, Sublime got very popular because of Long Island. And New York City knows
Yeah.
Long Island, and that joke fucking just, it does very well in New York. It does
Yeah,
not do well
that's
in
fair.
there. So I stopped doing it down here.
What do you like?
Well,
Sorry.
not a good band. But
Sorry
But,
about
no, but
your
the thing is,
asshole.
no, but it's still, you can, the joke is basically.
thank you.
And I
It
think,
took years for my parents to say the same thing.
oh my.
Yeah, I'm a very supportive girlfriend. I'm a very supportive girlfriend. I'm sorry about your bubble.
Okay, can I'll make one point about it.
Yeah.
The song that goes, I can play the guitar, like a motherfucker riot, and all it was
You don't think they knew that shit?
Yeah, right. Is that been being sarcastic? No, everybody
It
was
might
like,
be a stretch, but I would prefer to be raped again rather than have to listen to that song one more time. Yeah. As we're talking about the state of my asshole.
Okay, maybe, okay.
I hate this so much.
From me.
You're committing a sex
So, okay.
Fucking fuck both of you so hard in the
See how people get out. If you said you didn't like Metallica, I'd be like, I'm not gonna be mad at you.
Well, you're mad at me for liking
I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, no, yeah, you are.
No, I'm
You
not.
both,
You're
you
mad
guys
at
are
us
so
for
mad
not
at me
liking.
right now.
That's what's happening.
No.
You're so mad at me.
You're mad at us for not liking.
No, that's the block, it's crazy. I did not know it until I moved down here, that if you talk shit about this, I had multiple people be like, dude, fuck you, bro.
Alright,
I'm like, fucking
I'll
what?
say it, hot take, Sublime is the ICP of rock.
I give a shit. I like ICP too.
Thanks, man.
Fuck off.
Alright, I think this might actually be a good time to pause, because we've gone so off the rails.
ICP, they look like drag queens. Okay.
Although I would be more comfortable if they read to my children, you know what I mean?
Can you imagine if that was like an
Sorry.
actual option?
It actually is that.
Welcome back, we're back, guys, so,
This is blood. This is blood.
let's do something wild, weird, and different, and shake up the energy a little bit. Well, we're gonna take conspiracy theories, because like, I fucking love that shit.
Let's do it.
But, what I was gonna say is that, what if we do like a one-word prompt, and I'll try to write a one-liner.
Should we pause it
I like
between, or just like,
No.
oh, we gotta do that?
I like that,
Oh,
I like that.
I should take that in, fuck.
Okay, so, yeah,
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
so the word fuck.
No. 3 words, right?
It used to be a sexy word when I was younger, the word fuck, you know. Now, every time I hear it, I just, think about like, you know, the stenographer in court reading it back. It was pretty good, right?
Very good. That's decent.
I came up with that off the top of my head.
Yeah. So the word fuck.
Yeah, sure. No, I'm the only one that's gonna do the prompt, is that the only
So
one.
what is the thing you have to do? You have to,
Just come up with a one-liner.
oh, okay. Last night, I was fucked. Today, I'm really fucked.
That was,
But,
That's good.
still going. But, here's the definition of fuck. A pedophile goes into a store and buys a drill gun and a life-size Barbie doll. Sorry. That actually, you know what, can I rephrase that? That was my
there's something
version,
there.
that's my version of a joke that's punchline and the premise is the same thing. Because if you go, a pedophile walks into a store and buys a life-size Barbie and a drill gun, it's like, that's the joke.
Yeah.
They had nothing to do with fucking.
It would be better if you were like, yesterday I was really fucked because I drank too much and I don't know what happened. But today, I'm very fucked because I went into a store and bought a electric drill.
He's like, make it be you. It's gotta be you.
Let's go,
You're
yeah.
the serial killer.
No.
You're the one. You're the one.
Right,
That's
well,
eating
another-
people and shooting fuckers and bashing them in the
I
head.
think it
And
works
super
better for the
cool.
audience
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you're the
yeah,
villain of the
super cool.
situation.
Right, another word.
Well, Steven still got it too.
I listened to a podcast about words, and fuck is like one of the oldest, most commonly used words, and that's pretty hard.
I got one. This podcast is fucked. I'm just kidding, it's good, I like it.
Good, yeah, I made him smile a little, you made him fucking.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Don't ever be sorry for being funny unless you're being an asshole. And then even
Well, like,
just
part of
be sorry
being,
later.
part of being funny is
Be
kind of
sorry
being an
later.
asshole.
Just be sorry later.
When?
Later.
What is later?
Later.
How many
I don't
minutes?
know. I can't
How
tell
many
you
minutes?
that. I'm not. Hey, you want
10
me to be
minutes.
your
You're doing 10
therapist?
minutes.
Pay me.
I didn't say that.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna tell you
Let's go back to the one-liner thing.
What's the
That's probably better.
next word?
I like my fall.
Is this how Anthony felt when me and you got drunk that one time?
Probably.
That's probably fair.
No, this is fucking me.
We're not that much
This is
stronger
good
than you,
stuff.
but
This is
you're
good
just
stuff,
not used to being on equal footing with everyone.
This is
This
good stuff.
is very different.
Good
I
stuff.
promise.
Good stuff.
Okay,
Good stuff.
I'm sorry. You're welcome.
So,
Nice. Small shirt. Right?
It's gonna be
Call them
tough.
off.
It's really gonna take all your guys' faculties. Seltzer water.
Should have felt for her water.
Alright. That's not bad.
I don't think douching is healthy, but the days are cool, and I really like old-timey soda fountains.
That's not bad either. Where my brain immediately went with it was, so, you know, I got rid of the body and that was fine. Stains. How do you seltzer water, you know?
I love how yours is the worst one, you're like, okay, yeah.
Drinking
No, you guys are, I find it,
drinking
yeah.
seltzer
Anyway,
water.
but mine was.
Drinking seltzer water is like,
What?
just look, you gotta look into the camera and say,
Yeah.
drinking seltzer water is how I make things come out like,
On the blood, which is the best.
How did your voice was so low?
Alright, Stevie, give us a word prompt, and then we can maybe move on. I feel like this
Oh,
is also
man.
bringing up the energy, for sure.
Ingrown.
hair.
I just said one word.
Yeah, ingrown. My hairs are so ingrown, they have flexible color.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Inbred.
I tried to teach Stevie about the world, but, you know, she's a Texas girl. So her point of view and sense of humor are very ingrown. Alright, that was my stinker for this experiment, I think.
I'm mad. I'm hopping mad. I'm like fry oil burning mad.
Cool. Well, then do a better one-liner with the word ingrown. You came up with
The people who come up with the words should have like something back of the brain, like maybe this will work.
Yeah.
You can't.
Sorry.
I feel good now. That burp got me drunk.
You
I literally felt like a buzz that came out. Like, this is a new,
That's a good
this
burp.
is a new sci-fi.
I like those
fucking-
burps.
New sci-fi drug we're doing.
I felt weirdly more sober, so maybe like you could just transfer it.
That would be interesting if like drugs in the future became more just like
Ingrown?
air.
Fine. Does that count? Does that count as my joke?
I was gonna say air.
Yeah, I know you were.
Mm-hmm.
You already experiment? Mustache flip?
All right, new word.
Okay.
No, she's still be on.
Yeah, she hasn't done a one-liner about the word ingrown.
Something about Beethoven.
I've been trying to do a lot of work on myself, and I've been outsourcing a lot of it, but some of it that is exempt from taxes, mostly is ingrown.
Alright. That's so nice.
That was the most boring I've ever felt.
Yeah, you laugh, whatever, I don't give a shit.
Thank you, Dan.
I was trying to come up with something clever because I feel this judgment is like fucking
You
raised.
gotta put the heat under it.
I know, it's just that. It's just that.
It matches perfectly. It's like
He's like scissoring a cat right now.
it's like what is that fucking when
Like you don't
when
wrap Dick Grayson lovingly around
No,
your balls.
it's two things that match.
Fucking
It's two
hypocrite.
things that match. It's like when South America sits in Africa. And you
Together, Pangea.
put
Yeah.
the heat. Put the heat. Like perfect match. Okay, perfect match. As a verb.
It's not,
Forever
you know
gold.
what I can tell you, cats, like, I've never had a cat make me be like, ooh, things are sexy now. But I have had a cat
Thank God.
make me be like, not like, hey, I think I'm dying.
Yeah.
Like, cats on a uterus, you have no idea. You have no idea. And any woman who's had a period, who hasn't had a purring cat on your uterus, I feel sorry for you. And if it's not as bad for you, then fuck you. Whatever. I hope you have a nice life. Cat is like...
The women supporting women is only to a certain extent.
Cat is like, hey, I backed it the fuck down. God damn it, give me some credit, alright? No, none of these women ever liked me anyway.
See, that's why, yeah. I support the women.
I support the women.
I did the
To a
women.
certain extent. You fuck with, what's her name? I'm gonna fucking kill you. I can't even remember her name, I don't care about women. I'm just kidding. But if you fuck with, you gotta fucking support each other.
With fucking, this
White male
problem here.
feminism is bullshit.
Yeah, you gotta
God
support each
damn
other.
it, shut the fuck up. God damn it. Shut
No.
up. Just shut up. It's okay. I love you. I love you. I love you. It's okay.
You know why I'm a feminist? Because I don't shave my armpits or my legs.
I mean, by that standard,
That's a joke. It's been a while since I told that one. It didn't really ever work in New York, to be honest. It maybe worked down here, which is funny, because I'm learning new things. That one works down here. Also, I kind of shortened it up.
That might help too.
yeah, a lot of times there's fat on a joke that you don't need, but you think is funny and builds it up, but realistically to the audience, they don't actually need.
You know why?
that
Okay,
context.
so I just learned it now. So I would explain why I think, why I'm technically a feminist. And I would just like build up. Everyone's like, fuck this guy. I'd be like, well, I do believe that equal blah, blah, blah. That's why I think I'm technically a feminist. Also, I don't shave my armpits or my legs. So I would like think it was like a good build up for like,
I think that's funny.
what?
To a switcheroo.
Yeah, so now I think maybe it would be better if I was like, I'm a feminist, I don't shave my armpits or my legs. I think it was that.
That's a great
Yeah,
one-liner. Yeah, because like the still down, you know, the audience has to be
Yeah.
with you and like see what you're doing, but that's clever. I like that. That's
Yeah.
That's good.
I had a guy, I told it to him once, when we were in the subway, his name was Steve Murray. He goes, keep telling that joke. He was that good. And I was like, alright, thank you.
Yeah. Have you ever had like, and I'll ask this to both of you guys, and Tom on it myself. Have you ever had someone be like, don't do that joke anymore, and you're like, fuck you, I'm absolutely gonna keep doing that joke, and it eventually works.
No, I did it to a friend of mine. Okay, can I explain my joke to you? Not my joke, his
Oh,
joke.
actually, yeah. Go.
You go.
No.
Alright, so my friend has this joke. I don't think he's gonna get offended. He's very talented and very funny, but he's one of those people that should be himself on stage instead of tries to write jokes.
Tries to do an act.
He
doesn't have that.
has this joke where he goes, Shakespeare went to a doctor or something like that. It comes to a straight talk. It's TV or not TV. I think I was butchered it, but I hated it. And I tell him to this day, stop doing that fucking joke. I hate it. And then he does it on stage and I go, oh, you know, it's not like funny. So you go, oh, it's a dad joke. And I go, stop doing it. It's not. It's a dumb fucking joke. I hate it. I'm like, I will call him up. I'll call him up right fucking now and tell him to stop doing it.
You don't have to do it.
The thing is, I
believe
think
you.
that's a part of like being friends with somebody. It's like, stop telling that joke. It sucks. The thing is, I haven't really experienced that with anybody.
They just told you that? We'll keep hanging out. We'll have
No. I think I've had some people be like, that one's rough. I go, okay. But like, they've never said like, don't stop telling that joke. I've definitely told my friends,
No.
stop telling that joke. Because there's nothing to, there's nothing to evolve from that joke. what I'm talking about? It's a fucking dad joke. That was like, it's dumb. It's complete.
Punch,
It's completely
line.
I feel like my jokes
Set
are
a punch,
so,
that's it.
I feel like the shelf life on my jokes, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like the shelf life on my jokes is like,
You're growing as a comedian. You're gonna learn to fucking talk about shit. You're gonna be like, you're gonna learn to talk about like,
short.
what we said earlier when you were talking about, what was it, onions? What were we talking about? You're crying, you don't like that.
I don't remember.
Fuck, thankfully we recorded it.
Yeah, it's on there.
That's the thing too. My friend, we used to have a fucking podcast and we would record great stuff. And I was like, you should use the stuff, listen to the podcast, you get good material from the talking.
Yeah.
And he had this joke once, I love him, Mike, man, I don't know what. But he had this joke about where he was just like, I wish my penis had arms. and like, it didn't do well. It never worked. It never worked, and I listened to a recording myself doing stand-up, and I went on after him, and I went, Mike, stop doing that fucking joke. Fucking penis
what an
on.
asshole.
I don't care. It bombed.
You're right, okay.
It bombed.
You can be right, both can be true.
Guess when it actually worked?
When?
We were on a podcast, we were talking about taking Viagra, and he goes, dude, one time I fucking took my Viagra, my penis ripped the condom off. And I was like, the way he said it was so funny. I'm like, that is your penis and arm joke, dude.
Yeah, you got it. You found it finally.
And he still doesn't get it. He doesn't get to like put that on stage. Like your condom, your fucking dick is so hard to fucking from Viagra. Your dick is like,
that's incredible.
Like ripping a shirt off, like a fight. Like that's funny as fuck.
Yeah, that's incredible.
You found the penis and arms joke, but like you still go, where's my penis and arms? You know, like that's horrible, hacky, dumb shit.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
And I went on stage. I was like, stop doing that joke, dude. Stop. But guess what? There's no way to, if I convince him in private, he doesn't want to get convinced in private. So I'm going to go on stage and be like, stop doing it.
That's interesting too. Stevie, first, before I go into a thing, do you have like a joke that someone said like, that sucks, don't do it?
Yeah.
That now like kills?
The first part I'm like, yeah, but now kills, no. I do have some that I'm glad that I haven't stopped doing because it's weird, like, I almost always make the joke with these particular bits where I'm like, oh, this never works, blah, blah, blah. But, like, it actually does a lot of the time because I feel like I'm getting people to understand what kind of humor I'm going for faster.
Yeah.
And so when I do the dumb shit, I'm like, yeah, this is dumb stuff. Are you guys here with me? Is this a comedy show? And then people are like, ah. If they don't get it eventually anyway, my favorite heckle, it wasn't really a heckle that I've ever had, was the first time that I ever did my terminal joke.
Terminator?
I went to the doctor the other day. I went to get checked out, and I got diagnosed with an illness. They said it's terminal, and the only treatment for it is to find specific places in airports.
Okay. Yeah, it's a fucking pun joke.
Don't stop yourself from laughing. God damn,
No,
you guys
no,
made me so mad.
No, it's a word joke. I'm
I
laughing because I get it.
Fucking
No.
veins are popping out, bro. No, it's
not
mostly
from,
the shadow of your beard.
not
actually.
from fucking laughter.
Is it cringe?
Are there cringe veins? No, it's not cringy. It's just like, I get what you're saying, but come on, dude. You're better than that. I think you're actually funny.
Oh, okay.
I think you just need to find it.
What was the heckle though? Or the
They were like, oh, like airport.
Okay. So I had this really lovely audience at Narvar, and I'm sorry I haven't answered there's messages, I got overwhelmed because people keep fucking and shitting in my car, and it's bothered me more than I thought it might. That's just true. This is a true
Homeless
thing.
people.
Yeah,
Or maybe
I've got them an offering on my windshield right now. Like, please just eat this food and don't break into and fuck in my car.
What would you do if you found out it was me? That would be betrayal, right?
Like,
yeah, I probably
hey,
beat
is
you
there
up.
like
Yeah, you should
is there
do
a
that.
curb stomp light?
What?
Cause I wanna do like
No,
a
curb
full fat
stomp.
curb stomp,
Curb
but like
stomp's
curb
like-
stomp light.
Rocky Mountain curb stomp.
Yeah.
Not like Miller Lite or Coors Light.
Anyway,
Rocky
I
Mountain.
would be angry.
Yeah, I would
be
never
very
talk to
angry.
me
I would
again.
be very, very angry.
I thought of
And
that.
I don't know where
your,
we'd go from there, but I would be very
I
angry.
saw your car once in the
Cause I'm
parking lot, and I was
angry.
just like, I could be here, right?
But I'm not.
I made a choice. I made a very good choice. But I thought about it.
You're bigger than me, but I'm angrier than you.
I will anger.
I don't know if that's actually true.
I think it might be. I think I might be angrier than
I'm for
everyone.
sure the most angry person.
He had.
Outwardly,
He is,
sure.
He's
Outwardly, yes,
He's had repressed anger.
definitely. I mean, yeah, he's got a lot of it. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's fucking true. Oh god, yeah, no, I will kill everyone.
He's like, don't give this guy gun.
No, I would like them. Very good at using them.
Baby, let's go to the range.
Yeah, we should go to a range.
Can we go to the
Nah,
fucking
it'd be
range?
cool. It'd be cool. It'd be fun, like a
It's
little,
not that hard.
little
It's actually really easy to go to the range.
Yeah, we should go to the range. I'd be like, fucking one play, fucking World War II. Sorry,
You mean Russian roulette? Is that what you meant?
World War.
Or we're.
Oh, he's being Hitler or something.
I just meant to confuse him. Other. I'm being silly.
Should we do another break and then come back for the last third?
Well, no,
I'm having fun.
Before we do that, I was gonna say, I've had a bunch of jokes, that people were like, that's awful, don't do it.
Oh, I didn't do mine either.
The big.
Should I do my
Right,
third?
the terminal joke.
Yes.
Yeah, but that one actually does pretty good.
Well,
My Scrabble one does.
oh, that was the one I thought you were gonna talk about, is your Scrabble
was-
thing. Have you heard your Scrabble joke?
I've been Scrabbling around for people.
Oh, that one's funny, because it's fast.
It's so bad.
The other one,
I
I
turned
hate
it
that
down a
fucking
lot.
joke.
yeah, you hated when it first started.
I
Yeah.
hate
No,
that
me
fucking
neither.
joke.
I
hate a lot of it, whatever.
I also think that you've done a beautiful thing when
I
it comes
trimmed
to.
it way down. I edit even my bad jokes. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, you do this thing where you do that, and it's just a one sentence, and then it never gets a laugh, and then you're like, yeah, that never gets a laugh, I like it, I'm gonna keep doing it,
Well, you know
get
what
on board with what the fuck I'm
You
doing.
know what you should,
And that actually has started to work.
Yeah,
I think what you,
But you never get a laugh from that joke.
No.
you should do it.
Sometimes a little bit.
Yeah, usually it's me cackling in the background by how much it doesn't get a laugh.
Actually, I think when I saw him, this is first college, I was really like fucking
I know. I've taped him and been like, I was so much nicer. I was paying so much attention, and then I.
So what did you do? I've been scrambling around with some good wordplay.
Yeah.
So
That's
maybe.
it. That's fucking it. What? Sorry.
I can't breathe.
Did I hit your kidney? Do you need to
No,
drink some
No, you
tea?
did his
Some
liver.
vitamin C?
You did his liver.
Yeah.
You
My
need some
liver.
fucking water, bro.
Oh, it's leaking into my fucking body now.
I know.
No, I think what you should do is, honestly,
No!
it's never gonna be here's what you do.
It gets I get a free laugh
So
when
what? You
people
don't want
don't
fucking
laugh at it, and then after it, because it's a thing that I want to do, and then they laugh at it anyway, even though they don't like the joke, they still laugh at it. What shit should I give?
Yeah,
I want to tell
would
this
you
joke and
rather-
they get a laugh, then I move on.
Would you rather they laugh at you because with you as it's funny, or laugh at you for sympathy?
I don't give a shit.
You definitely need to get.
I do not.
If you're comic, you.
If I'm giving a shit for a laugh.
No, it's a different thing. It's like they're laughing at.
I'm sorry, I don't
You're talking
understand it.
about.
I don't understand.
I'm not talking.
Now I have to drink this again.
This is the worst part of my day.
No,
See,
you're like
the war on drugs where he's pouring the puke with
Because-
back in
Because fair enough. The reason why is our whole thing is like, don't give a fuck about all your things, do your stuff. But I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying, like.
You have to kind of give a fuck.
But I do, that's why I take the second laugh, and I take the first laugh, that
You don't
nobody gets except for me, as like a little num that I get to have, and then I give them that second part, where they get to be okay with not laughing at my jokes, but then laugh anyway, which is as much of a laugh as I was hoping for that.
I thought about this.
Love it.
I
Great.
think-
It's like eating ice cream. It's good.
Even though I've met you two only for like a month, I think about you two very often. I think about you as like a comic. I think she might have like sort of a Sarah Silverman vibe going, in my opinion.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
So I think you should watch Sarah Silverman. And
You
like,
should, yeah. You should.
and
I
the
watched
thing is,
Sarah Silverman, you guys don't think I fucking
I know you have, but like
Sarah Silverman.
one of her jokes,
Her
I
like
haven't,
timing
like,
delivery
maybe as much
is
as you guys,
very
fucking pervert.
interesting.
Maybe not as much, but.
no, but the one joke I loved with her, she was just like, so basically, they're fucking squirrels will take a nut and they hide it in the ground,
That's not true.
and they lose it, and they go, gee, that's how trees grow, and she's like, and you're like saying how adorable that is, but it's funny.
That's
Because
really cute.
it's
That's a thought I
her
had when I
fucking
was like
brain,
6.
dude. It's going that.
Fucking six.
Yeah.
I
So it's
love
like,
her. I'm
so
sorry.
it's
I
like
love you. I'm sorry.
That's adorable, and that's being who you are, and it's funny because it's actually true, and it's fucking funny because she's going, that's so true. It makes you go, yeah, dude. But like none of us thought of it like that. So yeah, it's the trees grow, but you went, that's so cute. She didn't have to go, that's so cute.
She just read it, yeah.
Grow, and everyone, and she waits for the laugh, and then she gets it. I think you're on your way to that shit.
No, I think, yeah, Stevie's gonna be a really good, put him on the floor, give him the pat. Sorry, we have an elderly, rescue who, yes, very proud cat. Who has some stomach issues, and sometimes he gets a little, he's gotta get burped.
This is why I'm gonna commit suicide before I start stuff like that.
Get the fuck out, we will murder you.
So much.
I'm kidding. I will die from other things.
Anyway, so a joke that has, I've been told.
I'm gonna make suicide jokes, I don't care what the fuck you guys say.
I encourage it.
Well, it might make
The
it
joke.
sound-
I encourage the joke.
The joke. I was being serious, kidding. I was trying to make a joke. I thought, okay.
I think I could do like a full half hour.
Of what? Suicide jokes?
Yeah.
I could do a full half hour about like my week and a half that I spent in the hospital after trying to kill myself after I moved to Austin, Texas.
Okay.
I have a fucking.
That was after a week of moving here?
It was like 7 months after I moved here, I tried to kill myself.
Yeah.
I spent like a week and a half.
Yeah, this place.
Anyway, that's gonna be really funny, but for later things.
for later.
Yeah.
The joke that I was told by a couple people, they were like, that's just not that good, don't do it anymore. It was one of the first jokes that I wrote. It was probably within the first year of me doing comedy. I think I got good enough to be able to tell the joke correctly. So I resurrected it about like a year and a half ago or so, and I started telling it again, and I think it's very funny. You guys mind if I tell you the joke? I think both of you probably have heard it, but
I don't mind.
it's a good joke. It's a long bit for my style. It's, you know, so I lived with a couple roommates over a year and a half, and they developed this theory that I had a cursed penis. And that's just because everyone that I lived with for that year and a half either lost their job, wrecked their car, got violently ill, massively depressed, one even attempted suicide. So I just sit my roommates down and be like, hey, I don't have a cursed penis, I just have AIDS. Which wouldn't have been a problem if I wasn't taught something by my childhood mentor, Father Donald. I don't use condoms.
Oh, so it goes on.
A lot of layers of that joke, guys.
Yeah, it's like an onion.
Let's break it down.
It also makes you cry.
Well, then I break down that, like,
Yeah.
you know, I just made fun of me having sex with people without condoms and having AIDS. Pretty funny. And then, like, you know, with Catholics and those dumb fucks not using protection, also pretty funny. The third layer of the joke is I just revealed I was a molested child. Funniest layer. And, like, that's the ending of the joke. And people, like, got bummed when I used to tell them.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But now I think part of what makes it work is that I've gotten better at stand-up. So I get all the laughs and the little beats throughout the whole thing. And then when I end on that, I just like non sequitur transition into a completely different ridiculous topic. And that makes that last beat funnier. Is that I never address it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know,
Well, be like, thank God for the vaccine, guys. Right after that joke, and I say nothing in between.
I'm not
Leave like 3 seconds of silence.
I don't know if you're interested in mentoring somebody. I don't think you would like me saying that, but like, I think you should hang out with somebody. I know he's a comic who loves dark shit, and I think you're a good. Because he's trying to write dark shit, and it's not coming off that well. It's bombing his life, and which is fine.
But he's trying, he's writing.
He's trying to, but like.
Shit.
Should we take a pause break and then have you tell me who it is?
Yeah.
Alright. And then
Tea break.
maybe
Bye.
go.
Bye, baby. Bye, sexy
More
blueberries. Bye, lovely. Bye, lovely hussies. I love you so much.
We're not saying
right
bye,
back.
we're saying
right
in a minute.
back. Bye for now. I already said.
Whatever, we'll be right back.
We're talking about
And we're back.
Dave's cock.
No, what are we talking about, you guys?
Well, why don't you read us your deep voice prompt?
Okay, so my deep voice prompt is, what's the most famous person who has died that has messed you up the most? That they died.
Trevor Moore.
We can all talk about him, you can name him, you can talk about him. I don't know. That was all I had.
I know mine immediately. Do you want me to talk about it?
You wanna go first?
Yeah, sure, I can go first. So Trevor Moore is of the whitest kids you know. Technically started as a teenager doing like a access show. You know what I mean, like a local access TV show where anyone could like be on the air. Doing like shit that would go on to influence like Tom Green and huge fan of this guy. He's friends with,
Clues.
he did it, like, the late night show that, like, broke the format. They destroyed and Eric Andre.
Eric Andre.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, so,
You got it.
Trevor Morris, shit he was doing as a teenager went on to influence these kind of people that were, like, breaking the mold of, like, the late night talk show, like, The Interview, like, all this kind of stuff. And, you know, he started as a stand-up comic at, I think it's like 18 years old. He, like, graduated high school and just moved to Los Angeles and started, like rollerblading into the comedy store to, like, do stand-up, you know, for, like, $5 a pop or whatever, at these, like, places. I will say that is one major benefit to Austin, despite there being not a lot of great jobs, and it's really expensive and overcrowded, and there's way too many people to fight through to actually get stage time, is that you don't have to pay to do mics,
Yeah,
which is
I agree.
it's really sick.
Wild to me, that's like,
LA and New York, $5 a pop.
Yeah, you have to spend $5 to do 4 minutes.
Be depressed.
Yeah.
$5 to be depressed.
You literally
I
spend $5.
spent way more than that on to be depressed.
Yeah. But at least it's.
But yeah, no, for sure, it's Trevor Moore for me. I think his 2 you know, hour specials, you know, I think the first one he did, High in Church, is just over an hour, and then and that's mostly in front of a live audience, you know, because he comes from sketch comedy, like, he left stand-up to do sketch, and, still did a bunch of, like, comedy writing and stuff. I just think he's the best. And his second one is basically like a short film. I would say that is sort of the, like, original basis for what Bo Burnham was able to do with Inside. I don't think that would happen without, you know, because I like Norma Jean better than I like Fugazi, but without Fugazi there would be Norma Jean. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, without Black Flag, there wouldn't be, you know, like, whatever.
Yeah, Henry.
By Edgar Boyd.
Well, without Black Flag, there would be no Henry Rollins,
Yeah.
for instance.
Yeah.
Although I do think Black Flag is better than his solo stuff, for the most part. But, anyway, it's not about that. Is, you know, I feel like he just did shit in a different way, and, you know, I never met Trevor Moore in person. We did, over the internet, kind of like nerd out about how we were catfishing people with fake Instagram accounts of hot girls,
Oh.
which is really fun.
Yeah.
I used to do it for material, all the time. Weirdly though, I got a lot of, like, on my normal account, I got a lot of, like, sex bots trying to catfish me almost immediately out of it, and I would just, like, play along with them in the same way that dudes would play along with me about, like trying to, like, say the most outrageous, crazy shit to catfish people.
Yeah.
It's wild. And, you know, he does a bit on the Trevor Moore Show, which is still available on, Comedy Central's, YouTube channel, which I think is the most funny subversion of, the late night talk show thing. You're talking about, Jen Psaki, and, she was the co-host on the show for, Jen Psaki?
Blair
Stone. Yeah. I remember your name. But yeah,
She might not much.
probably not. And APG, I apologize. And also that was my friend too. We should chat. like, when he died, like a lot of weird shit happened. It was in the middle of COVID. You know, like, where I was living at the time, Philadelphia, had still not gone back to normal, and like actually things were ranking up and like, you know, getting more restrictive, even though it was supposed to be like when we would all go back outside, it should be okay. Yeah. You know, the vaccine mandates and all these stuff came down, and I don't know, it's like a really like a gut shock to me. Like I was just wrapping up my book, and I think it's probably part of the reason why I wanted to go all in on being a stand-up. Because I was like, this guy does the funniest shit. This is the most like exposed.
What, Jimmy Carr? Oh,
Trevor Moore.
Trevor Moore. Oh shit.
The person I've been talking about this whole time. And we wonder why Dave's like, hey, maybe we should drink a little slower. Alright. You got it.
I know it's funny. I had a moment mixing up his idols. I'm so sorry.
They're not idols, they're inspiration.
Okay.
Idols inspiration.
Okay.
But like I felt like sort of like a personal thing to try to keep the kind of comedy that he did going, where it was like this like lighthearted exposure of the corruption in like political systems and stuff.
You would do that, yeah.
And I never really did that kind of stuff on stage, even though I thought it was hilarious, and you know, I educated myself on the levels of corruption and in government and society and you know, power structures. But like there was like this like hole like in my life, because you know I'd watch like all the content and stuff that he would put out over the pandemic, you know, and then the other white kids like put out so much of the stuff. And you know, I'm a bad doll licker. I did not, you know, show up to a live Twitch stream when they would do this stuff. Until he passed away, and then like for the first time I like logged back into my Twitch account. So early on in the pandemic I tried to like be like a Twitch streamer, and that didn't work out great for me because I'm too offensive for that platform.
Oh, they're like, well, it's fun in there.
Yeah, this whole thing again. So I mean, I like watched the first time they did stuff by Saturday, and you know, they call it Sack Saturday because all the rest of the white kids you're talking about like his death and what they were gonna do.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Yeah, it fucked me up, man. You know, it's still to this day, like, I think about a bit, and I'm like, Trevor would probably do it funnier if I could, like, message him on Instagram through one of my, like, accounts. I stopped, like, making, like, hot girl accounts to, like, troll people for funnies, because it felt like it wasn't really my idea. Like, you know, he was doing it, and
Well,
I was
yeah,
like,
of course it wasn't your idea.
You would probably yell at you for talking on that.
he'd be like, oh, great, Dave, get to the point.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's fair.
I'm just trying to make.
Sorry, yeah, no, sorry, no, he's
Either
probably
way,
right. He feels like you have to
that's
apologize.
the number one,
He's probably right.
I'm just trying
celebrity or whoever, that like when I didn't really know the guy. I was like a weird fan who like also like, you know, like hung out with him in weird chat groups and like subreddits about like trolling people with hot girl accounts for comic material. Like, that's the only interaction I ever had. But he turned me on to like Tone Bell. He's a really good comic. He turned me on to him, and recently I found out that Tone and him weren't actually that close before he had him on his like Comedy Central talk show. When I talked to Tone outside of Roscoe's about it, and he was like, yeah, I mean, we would do shows together and like, you know, stuff, but like, I didn't really know him until he brought me on. Like, so I think you probably actually closer to him than me. And I was like, that's fucking weird.
Oh.
You were like, Tone Bell. A great comic.
I don't know about that.
You don't know Tone Bell?
No, I never heard of
You check him out. He's really good.
Yeah, he's nice. And he's nice.
Nice.
I've met him a couple of times. He probably doesn't know who I am at all, but I don't blame him for it. He's been very nice. Every interaction I've had with him has been very pleasant. Especially with people who I think are too important to remember my name. I'm like, if you're nice to me, if you're like extra special nice to me, fucking awesome. Go live your life. I'm gonna go live mine and not worry about whether you remember my name or not. Fucking doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter. Let's go and do our thing. You got some shit to do. I got some shit to do too.
Really quickly to stop talking, do you mind just interrupt a little bit? Do you notice some people now that like when they're comics, you're just like, they are like not even famous and they're too just like, they don't want to even talk to you at all. Like,
Fuck those fucking guys.
I know, fuck them.
Don't care for it.
Yeah, they're not even famous now and they're really funny and you're just like, they just don't give a fuck. You're like, hey, what's up man, how you doing? And they're just like, fuck those people.
Yeah,
Maybe they're
I don't.
autistic.
Yeah, but like, I don't fucking care about the autistic.
No, I know a lot of autistic comics that, like
Joe Mackey. Joe Mackey is so funny.
Name drop people, you know.
Maybe he does, yeah.
But like, yeah, no, I know a lot of comics that I'm like, oh, you're for sure autistic. You either talk about it on stage or just like whatever, and like, I don't know, maybe it's because you know I'm in a position that I am, but like. The ones that are cool and good and funny always are like, hey man, good to see you.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes. Like, you know, like if they have a bad set, they're like, fuck, that sucks. And I'm like, no, like the audience is rough or whatever. But like they always check in with me.
And you never kind of felt that way with Trevor. I mean, he never.
I never did a show with him. I was never in like the scene with him.
But you still like, he talked with you on the internet. That's like a good guy.
I would run bits by him, but that's about as like friendly as we ever really got.
You gotta talk to your fans.
We would share like, well, I don't know if I was like overly like you know like honest of how much of a fan of his I was. I was like, hey man, big fan, and then I didn't like push it after that. You know what I mean?
Why should you? You don't have to.
You wanted that thing.
No, I don't think that me or Trevor would have had a good time. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like,
I was just guessing.
You know,
I didn't mean to say that.
But no, like, he was always like chill and nice, and the fact that I found his shit funny and like trolling creepy dudes on the internet with like fake pictures of girls was funny. He was like, oh dude, we're gonna be friends.
So you had like a good thing.
And I'd run like this by him, and he'd be like, that's great. The only thing that he would say on a regular basis is like, maybe that should be a sketch. And I was like, you're a sketch comic, I'm a stand-up comic.
Dude, that's like super cool though, dude. You literally had a fucking guy on Comedy Central with a sketch comedy show being like, that's good. That's really sketch. You just never got to the point to like, to get up to this level where you would actually like write it, you know? And that's impressive. It sucks because you were striving for that.
Because he died.
Well,
What
yeah.
a nerd.
He totally fell off his
What a
balcony
fucking nerd.
when he
fucking
drank
died,
3
dude.
White Claws, and
Look
his
at Stevie.
autopsy isn't even available to the public. Even though it was
He was
initially, and I
killed by
looked
the
at it.
government. He was talking shit about the fucking government.
Those are his words, not mine. Yeah. All right. So what about you guys? What is the celebrity that died that you have the most like this sort of reaction to?
Stevie in the future. She's gonna die.
I am.
Everyone will.
At some time. At
Yeah,
some point.
And I'm gonna be like, oh, okay. It's gonna be sad. I'm like, I didn't care that much. No, I'm
God
just kidding.
damn it. Why did you even say any of that?
Because it's funny.
Man, I'm gonna punch you in the kidneys.
Don't you dare punch me in the kidney.
I won't. I'm
You
not
go-
going
you go-
to. I
you go-
just
you go first.
mentally.
I was gonna actually say,
Robin Williams.
Harry Knuckles, man.
Robin Williams fucked me up, dude.
Oh,
Robin
yeah,
Williams
that's fair.
was the first introduction really, other than like hanging out with my grandparents, watching like comedic stuff, but really the first, no, it's in person, it's a good flesh tone, fucking nude. You found yourself
Oh,
a
you're
good
talking,
nude.
no, talking about Robin
Yeah.
Williams, how much shit.
I don't know what the
Not
fuck,
fake.
I don't know what anybody wants me to do, man. It seems like
Talk
what you
about
want.
why that. What? It was your deep boy's
Messed me
problem.
up. It really messed me up.
It was your deep boy's problem.
Robin Williams was the first comedian actor that I just found that picture.
Stop looking at what I'm doing, just fucking.
It's right there, I'm sorry.
You fucking.
So, he was the first VHS that I ever actually owned was Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's weird, I don't know why my grandma, that I never had seen, or to my accounting at the time, ever met this woman, sent me just this one VHS tape in like a big box of packing peanuts with a tiny box within it that had that VHS within that. And I was like, I was so excited. I was so fucking excited. I was like, ah! I don't own any VHSs.
The first movie I owned.
Yeah, it was the first
movie that's mine.
the first movie that I owned, that I remember owning, was Ms. Doubtfire. And like, I really, really liked the clowning, the improv element, like the physical comedy, it was all over the place. It was gorgeous. What an amazing film. And also it taught me about like queerness a little bit. But like a little bit. That was the first fucking, I watched it so many times. I would just sit and watch it until my parents were like, hey, go outside. And then I would go outside and like climb the trees and shit in the woods. But like, you know, you guys are really, I'm being vulnerable with you right now.
I'm not. Dude, why he's laughing?
I don't know, I'm being vulnerable.
shitting in the woods.
Yeah, he's laughing at you, dude. You're saying funny stuff.
I shit one time, can I tell you? I shit one time. And I didn't really understand pooping yet. I didn't. I learned.
How old are you?
Probably like 6.
You don't understand pooping. That makes
I
sense.
Yeah, you don't understand much of
like if
anything.
I poop here, then it goes here. If I poop here, it goes here.
Shit.
But I was like, I went to a certain place and I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, I get it.
And for me, like in my head, I was like, this is going to not only mark my territory, but it's going to be super cool. It's not going to be bad. It's going to be fine. And then I came back to it the next day. I was like, and I like buried it. Like fucking gross bitch. This gross bitch. But I didn't, you know, at the
Imagine-
time I was like, this is like
Imagine-
my manifestation of myself as an entity is this, in this moment. And my friends were like, what's wrong with you?
Imagine if they showed me that.
I did, that was, yeah,
No,
yeah.
you got good, you got good stuff, dude.
Oh.
The Rotten Lane.
Yeah, you got me fucked up. Because, like, Miss Doubtfire was my first, like, movie that made me feel a little bit queer, and also was the first movie that I ever had. I had to, like, go, my parents were like, yeah, we know how this works, but if we're not gonna tell you how it works, so you can just figure it out, and they just leave. And I'd be like, okay, push a button on remote. I didn't know.
It was your movie, it was yours, so
Yeah.
you could be like, I can figure out how to push it in the VCR.
Yeah, no, I did, and
Figure
I
out
figured
that,
out,
like,
yeah, I figured out,
ancient
Yeah.
alien technology to push things. When you're a kid, that's what it seems like.
yeah, it was weird, and it was, I thought it was weird that they were like, here you go, bye. But I was like, okay, I'll figure it out. And they did, and it was fine, it was super cool.
I think all of us had that experience of like
my
our
God.
parents being like, oh, you wanna watch that VHS? We're still 27 years old. Like, we were young. We pooped you out way before we needed to.
My
Fucking
parents were not.
figure it out, dude.
My parents were not like that.
Yeah, but that means that they were even older, so
Yeah,
they
they
were
didn't
more,
even know even more.
like,
I think I helped my parents set up the fucking TV to VCR fucking shit when I was 12.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
So why specifically did that one affect you the most? Probably.
I don't know, I always, like, I've always really appreciated physical comedians, and I've always, like, I don't know, the only guidance that I got from my school when they were like, hey, do some career quizzes, was to be, like, a stunt person. That was, like, the top, like, thing that I got. And I really, really love physical comedy. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how physical it is. It doesn't matter. You do it really beautifully sometimes, and it's really,
Why did you fish up yourself?
it doesn't matter. When it works, it really, like, it really works. And I want that for myself. And I feel so selfish about it because it's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's such a dumb thing. It's like even dumber. Like, can you imagine how dumb it would be?
Why do you think it's selfish to want to be good at physical comedy? That seems insane.
I don't know.
Caleb,
Anyway.
thoughts?
No. Everything you just said, no. I'm just kidding, that's not fair. About physical comedy, why do you want to be physical?
I wanna be good.
You're not good.
I want to be good at physical. I want to be good at all of the comedy.
You want to, like, fall around and, like, smack your face and be like,
Yeah.
by down the river? Like,
Yeah.
that's not you, dude. That's absolutely not you. So, you want to be good at it, but guess what? I want to be good at fucking math, but I'm not.
Well, to practice the math and get better at math. Like, what do you
It
mean?
doesn't
I don't
work that
understand.
way.
Yes, it does work that way.
I know 2 plus 2 means 4, but I don't know trigonometry and shit. I will
So
refuse.
take a trigonometry class. What do you fucking mean?
You're gonna take a
You're gonna
fucking
tell
physical
me-
comedy class.
Yeah.
You're gonna go, if I jump off a balcony, it's funny. It's funny if a fat guy does it. It's not funny if you do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone's a little, like concerned.
Okay.
Yeah. No, please
Oh,
don't
you're
jump.
like a hot lady.
Please
Okay.
don't jump on the thing.
I'm not gonna jump off anything.
Alright, physical comedy, talking about being a thief. Also, by the way, Robin Williams is a joke thief. He was. He was a fucking joke thief. That's why he should die. Yeah, it was terrible.
I think everything he did was fine, and he hangs really well. Yeah.
Robin Williams.
You get it?
He hung himself? Did he hang himself? Oh, okay.
He hangs real well.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I think, it's kind of his thing.
Well, what's yours? What is your, like, celebrity that, when they died, it fucked you up? Maybe to an extent that it should have been, but, like, the number one that fucked you up.
Does it have to be a celebrity? Could it be a friend of mine?
No, because that's not what we're talking about.
No.
It can't be like a friend of yours.
Well, like,
Because I can tell you about
yeah, but like,
fucking 35 of my friends that have fucking killed themselves.
are they funnier than most people?
Some of them.
That's what I'm saying.
But,
Okay,
no, we're talking about, like,
celebrity?
yeah, like someone that everyone will know who they are.
I think, I guess Norm Macdonald fucked me a little bit, dying. Because I was...
What a sneaky bastard.
Me?
No, Norm
No,
Macdonald.
Norm Macdonald. Well, because he,
Because they didn't tell no one the shit about shit.
That's how I'm gonna do it. If I ever get cast, I'm gonna talk shit. I don't want people to treat me differently.
Yeah, alright.
What is it?
I don't know, I have a weird thing where I have to smell my hands.
Oh, that's right.
Like if they smell like onions or garlic or something, I have to go wash my hands.
Are we still
But it's like
recording?
we're still motherfucking recording, motherfucker bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But if they smell like pussy or butthole or like, you know, like, I'm like,
good, right?
and then I don't want to wash my hands. I'm like, I can smell this for how long until it gets weird? Yeah.
You're like,
We're not Dane Cook. You know, the super singer.
Should we, what are we
you
going towards,
you
guys?
got a rough rap, by the way.
I
I
agree.
will defend him in this way.
I agree.
But he's also weirdly attractively young. So, I don't know.
Is that weird?
Yes.
Is it weird?
His
Yes.
girlfriend was 18 when she met him.
Yeah.
And,
It is. It fucking is. It is.
Is it not biological that
No.
you can smell fertility on?
No, but I'm biological, and I can be like, she's not ready yet.
That's incredible, and I actually weirdly agree. You know, the older I've gotten, the age of a person that I'm willing to fuck, well, fuck. Yeah, that's only shifted since I got into my late 20s.
Also,
But like date is the weird thing.
also,
It's not my jam.
here's the thing, I also don't like to fucking let the state, this is actually backfire me saying this. I don't like the state telling me what fucking age is appropriate. I like to go up.
It should be 18 at least. And honestly, can I tell you something?
25 in my
Can I say, yes, I was gonna say 21 at least, because the prefrontal cortex
Based on
actually.
Based on him. And here's the weird thing.
Here's the thing,
Here's the weird thing.
I can't judge anybody, and also I don't wanna make a law.
I'm judging
The
everybody.
thing is, I'm
Here's
making
the thing.
I'm making my own laws. I'm making my own laws, my own brain, 25.
Wild, weird segue. Give me the floor for a moment. If you were 13 years old, right? Stay with me, guys. I'm gonna have to walk you to it a little bit. But like, you're 13 years old, right? And you're like, I am immediately horny as shit, which biologically and historically has been when someone is, guys, I promise you, I'm coming back. All right.
No, I'm here. I'm listening.
I'm setting up a thought experiment.
It's gonna be a good punchline, dude.
I swear to God, I hope to God it is.
It's gonna be a good punchline.
You're 13 years
Take a
old.
movie. You're in a horror movie.
and like,
You're in a horror movie.
like a 45-year-old man seems hot to you, I think probably not a good idea. You know what I mean? Like, probably not cool. If a 45-year-old man wants to fuck a 13-year-old, we should murder that man. Like, that man needs to die.
The 45-year-old guy? Yeah.
I'm 35, and I find 13-year-olds annoying.
I'm the same thing.
What if I gotta fuck them so long that I have to listen to them saying stuff? Not interested.
Well, that's a whole thing. Dude, no, it's funny.
But what I'm saying,
Yeah.
hold on, let me finish my fucking thought experiment.
Okay.
But if a 13-year-old that has all that stuff going now, all of a sudden, you know, like, should we dissuade or, you know, like deny, like, those real things that are happening to that 13-year-old physically? And if they want to fuck, like, a 17-year-old, is that crazy?
I don't know, I did it. But it wasn't good for me. It wasn't good for me.
Why wasn't it good for you, though?
Because...
Was it not good for you because of the age of the person, or because of how you were treated in the situation?
Well...
Fair.
Would you have that 13-year-old man?
I didn't even fuck him, and it fucked me up. I lost so many friends. Everybody, I was 14, and everybody was like, hey.
Yeah, sex with a 13-year-old boy, whatever.
No, I had sex with
You're amazing.
well, I didn't have sex, but maybe that was a
you blew a
17-year-old
13-year-old.
boy. Whatever. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. You asking me about my shit? God damn it. Go for it.
You're gonna fuck up the angle of the camera, though.
See, you keep talking.
No.
Wow. Oh, because what happened to you? First of all, you had sex with a 13-year-old boy. Right?
No.
Yeah. What I thought was, okay, so it's a 17-year-old man.
I didn't do that.
What do you do?
I gave him a really good handy and sucked his dick once. Goddamn.
That sounds great.
That's fine, dude. I think
Did you enjoy yourself?
I think you saved the guy from going into the military.
Yeah. So what I think, more than, maybe this is a very controversial statement, I think more than age, we should focus on comfortability and familiarity.
Not more than age. Both. Let's do both. Let's just do both.
Sure. I mean, I'm not saying negating one.
Yeah.
I'm saying not negating one. I'm saying more than like, oh, well, if they're this much years older than you, then that's bad. Like, you could meet a 13-year-old boy as a 13-year-old girl and have them be just as fucking creepy and weird and controlling and psycho about it. What I'm saying is that, like, we should reprogram and reprioritize. Program feels gross and weird. Reprioritize.
Eugenics.
And like get more specific about like the things. All right, you know. So like, I don't know. There's a weird thing
Eugenics.
Alright, there's a weird thing that my dad did with me when I was a young child.
Oh yeah.
Where he like took me into like a male locker room at like a beach where there was just,
there's sticks.
and he was just like, I'm just gonna take off my clothes in front of you and like you should take off your clothes.
In a male locker room.
This is what it is. And we all got the same part.
My Nana took me into
Don't feel weird about it, but like I felt so fucking weird about it. I was like, my dad is showing me his dick right now.
Slappy pussy was, it was my
and
Nana,
also that's
she
probably
turned herself away
impacted
from me.
because of what happened to me when I was even younger
So my nana turned her pussy away from me, so I just had to steer
One
away
person
from
has
her.
to talk to her.
Wait
Oh,
for
right.
a guy on tape. You're
Right.
talking about pussies that look like the winter hats in Fargo.
And
He's
he's
talking about fucking-
yeah, no, let him
what-
finish.
I'm waiting for Dave to talk because he's had more experience than you in this situation.
Yep.
You went to an Uber ride in the dark, didn't want to talk to you. The guy is like,
Nah, I got ritualistically raped by like a cultist and,
Okay.
it sounds crazy when I say it out
How
loud,
can I
right?
compete?
it's insane.
It sounds fucking nonsense.
Can I tell you something personally? Like, so my friend Gavin, I was talking to him about you guys. Right. Yeah, I really like you both. And I was like, every single time, I only hang out with them when I'm fucked up, and I don't remember the whole story of your like sexual shit. And I go, and he goes, dude, don't keep asking that shit. And I was like, I know. So I was like, I have to like finally sober go, can you please tell me this? Because I want to know. I really want to know. No, not now.
Not right now.
Not now.
Yeah, but like
We've already broken your friend's rules.
Yeah, but like right now, imagine every single time I was fucked up, like, can you tell me how you were fucked up? And you'd be like, dude, this is like the 16th time I told you.
We're like, I think we're about 7 right now.
No.
No.
It's 7?
I would guarantee probably.
I don't know, maybe 5.
I'm pretty cool with it, and also like
You
every time I talk about it.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, let's wrap up the topic.
I think it was a good thing.
Norm Macdonald.
Oh, yeah, Norm Macdonald, yeah.
The celebrity.
You know why I got fucked up from it? Because I was traveling at the time for work, and I was getting very hungover. And I was like, I don't have any more things to watch when he's dead. Because I watched whenever I was hungover, I watched all his late night stuff to make me feel better. But then I got flooded by the internet, so I saw some things that were like, but things got to the surface that weren't that funny. And I was just like, oh yeah, I understand why this was made a highlight. But like, I still, to this day, be like, if I'm hungover and I'm bored, throw down highlights. You literally dude, have you seen when he's talking to the fucking girl from the award thing?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That.
It looks easy. It's like one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen in my life. And Conan O'Brien fucking, you know, and also I felt weird about the Netflix thing that like a bunch of his friends being like, what I'm talking about. First of all, they're getting money for it. And secondly, I tried to watch the special where it was just them talking. I would not have released that as a friend. And I didn't like it. I didn't think it was good. It's not funny. Them talking like, they said it was just in case it doesn't get released because he's dying. But it's like, he's writing this for maybe his friends.
He wanted to be funny.
Did he want it though to be put on Netflix?
No.
Maybe
Probably not.
I don't know. But I didn't think it was that great. I stopped halfway through, even though I'm a huge Norm Macdonald fan. I love him to death. And also, I did not watch the fucking shit.
You didn't have to love it for that.
He loved himself to death.
There you go. He's smart. I watched that guy, and I also did not watch the fucking thing where like Dave Spade and Dave Chappelle and all them talking about it. For some reason, I was just like, this is just trying to make fucking money, dude.
I don't think they were.
But
They
no,
probably just liked him, dude. They probably just liked
I
him.
know they like, but here's the
fucked
thing.
up about their friend dying.
Yeah, but don't put it on fucking Netflix, dude.
Oh, fair.
That
part's fair.
They all went like this. They all went. Someone went, "Can we do a fucking thing about you talking about Norm Macdonald and get paid for it?" And they were like, "Okay, yeah," which is fine, but they're used to being paid for everything. You know what I'm talking about? They're not
Well,
used.
yeah, so then they got paid for something else. What's
And
the
also,
problem?
they're not used to being like on a podcast where they fucking they can just talk about it, so I get it, why they do it. But also, okay, man, I can keep some things private, I don't know.
Yeah. Comedians are not the best about discretion. I don't know if you've noticed.
No, just like, it's LA shit, it's Hollywood. Gross.
Alright.
That's why I'm probably not famous.
Yes.
Yes, but also I just
I
fucking.
don't give a fuck about fame. I care about,
Yes.
being
Yes.
being able to do what I do and like have it work and like I don't have to do anything.
You know what? I'll describe fame like this. Okay. Fame is just me sitting here, and then like a writer. No, let me retract. Fame is like a person sitting there, right? And then, I fucked up. No,
Fame is like this guy says.
No, I was trying to.
Probably pretty.
Alright, so I had another, decoy, idea, and I think this one could be way quicker.
Okay.
So,
Do you like ice in your pussy?
Sometimes.
sometimes, I feel like it's about to answer. So,
I'll go in.
what is the number one thing that you're afraid of?
No. You go ahead.
I'll go first.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Failure.
Yeah, dude.
Dying alone.
Oh, true. I'm not that scared about that, honestly.
That's fair. I'm not that
accepted
scared
it's
about.
just gonna happen.
I've accepted failure pretty well, I think.
Okay. It's the mixture of failure and dying alone. Because no.
Sorry.
No, but it's also.
As we both
No.
should be. Fuck.
No, but my fear is dying while masturbating through autoerotic fixation.
You're dying of autoerotic asphyxiation?
Because first of all, I don't do that now.
Okay.
But such a failure.
Are you
and
afraid you're
also
gonna get to
dying
that point
alone.
and then it's just gonna be like that and then that's gonna be it?
I just installed a pull-up bar, dude. Like, I
Just
was.
do pull-ups!
Fuck, do I have to check on you every
pull-ups.
2 days now?
Jesus Christ.
No, because here's the thing. That's a lonely activity, right? It's just like, that's what happens. It's a lonely activity. You never know, I mean,
We
here's the
could
thing.
do that on a doorknob, man. Like, you could do it anywhere you want.
Yeah,
Anywhere
but like,
you please.
no, it's better,
Really.
it's better from a pull-up bar, dude.
Okay.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. I'm gonna
Why is it better for
here's the thing, I'm gonna have a joke. In the Bible, God created Eve for Adam because Adam was lonely. Because God looked down from the heavens and saw Adam like hanging from a tree and jerking off. And he was like, if you can use to make you a woman pregnant.
Oh.
And we can't have you fucking dying from the shy. You're the only guy alive. And
He's already like.
he was like, dude, I'm lonely. He's like, what about all the animals? I don't like those. I need a woman.
Alright. Thank you guys for tuning into the Obviously Complicated podcast.
It's obviously
We are
complicated.
so solid
We're
on
really
being
we're
stable and
really
healthy
good.
people.
Stable, solid, healthy people. Call somebody. If you need some help, just reach out. It's okay.
I mean,
It'll be fine.
I don't know where you guys are living, but I do truly believe that there's someone on Craigslist that will do an assistance.
Craig.
So,
God damn
call
it.
somebody.
Call, no. Yeah.
Craig
I
is,
hate you guys so much.
Craig is plural.
Just
Craig
don't,
Craig
please,
is-
don't kill yourself.
multiple
Just,
Craig.
Craigslist.
watch some,
No one says
some cool,
Craigslist.
funny
Craigslist.
stuff.
Anyway,
Okay, anyway,
it's been
you
me,
guys,
Dave Borowski,
bye.
Stevie Shaver, and Caleb, Mass, Murray.